Welcome to the Dungeon Coach live stream. Whether you're watching this live right now or sometime in the future, I got you covered. I want to help you guys with your Dungeons and Dragons questions. All the timestamps will be linked down below. And I also, if you want next level help, I also have some stuff that I offer my patrons each and every month, because I want to say thank you for you supporting what I do here and helping me chase after this dream of mine of doing content creation full time. So these PDFs have DM resources, homebrew options to customize and tweak your game. Every single month I have magic items, traps, puzzles, riddles, character bonus perks to customize a wide variety of different characters. It's got entire rule systems like enchanting and lycanthropy and how to run those different types of things, and a ton of other stuff to input into your world, into your cities, into your rule systems, and just spark up that creativity each and every month. And for all of you that are watching this video in the future, or you're coming back to it at a later time and you had to leave during the live stream, I'm gonna have all the timestamps down below and in the chapters here at the bottom of the screen that you can click around and see which question I answered and jump around and find out what's most interesting to you. So on with the live stream. Hey, what is up, people? What is up, people? You like the new setup? You like the new the little waiting screen? How cool was that? Huh? Got some things in store. Got some things in store. Super duper early, gang. Let's go. I'm checking the chat here. Hold up. Wait, where's my? Can I not scroll? Oh, that's all I can see of the chat. Maybe y'all were so early I can't even see everything. Sneaky Steve, what's up? I subbed my pinky. Halo. Oh, stubbed. You stubbed your pinky. That makes more sense now. I thought you said you subbed. Phil Swift, what's up? Destroyer of Worlds. Let's go. Coulter Wilson. Did I move the camera? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The whole setup's kind of shifted. DC Artificer came over and decked out my computer and all this kind of stuff over spring break from school and whatnot. So yeah, it's a little, the camera's like slid around a little bit, so then the whole thing is a little bit off kilter, you know what I'm saying? Love the mint shirt. Hey, it's because I'm a fun guy. Check it out. Look, my wife made this shirt. I'm a fun guy. Get it? Because it's a fun, yeah. Kiwi's here. What's up, Kiwi? Frankie, Dylan Blakely, early party boy. Let's go. Garrett Ed, first time in the live stream. Welcome, Garretted. Magnus dead, about to go to sleep, and then I saw this. No sleep it is. Hey, just go to bed and just kind of have your phone and set it there and just kind of we'll live chat to sleep, you know, no worries. But it's gonna be too exciting here on this live stream. Let's go. DC green shirt. Whoa, I know. Okay, I thought about it. I literally have like my limited ensemble of like D&D YouTube video shirts. So I was like, no, I like this. I like that's funny. Second stream. Well, I see Kiwi. I know. I remember your first stream. It's okay. I got you. Cleric Corner's here. Steve Newton's here. And Steve Newton's starting it off right. So here's how this thing works, y'all. This is the D&D Q&A live stream. I love these. These are my favorite kind. I haven't done a campaign builder in a little bit, although I might. I'm doing those on my second channel. So if you haven't seen my second channel, link's always in the description. Dungeon Coach Plays. I go live on that whenever I'm doing campaign prep. I'll go live on that. I'm trying to start doing those live streams there and these live streams here. So anyway, hashtag question, ask your question, and the moderators will pick up your question in the order that it was received. Feels like a freaking, what's that called? Like an airport? I don't know. A call, answer machine. There you go. Anyway, and how this also works is as Philip Swift Destroyer of Worlds already super chatted. This is the boss health bar, and it starts off as me, and then every super chat deals damage to me, and then whoever takes me down becomes the next boss, and so on and so on. So that's how super chats work, and they all go towards this goal. If we hit the goal, I send out you get a shopping spree on my website. I have a whole bunch of PDFs now at this point to choose from that you can go shopping on. But if you're a patron, you also have a extra option for me to send you a D&D book. So which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we have some more. Hold up, I haven't even got through the freaking intro, and we already have 3 super chats, guys. You guys are amazing. Calm down. Okay, Philip's Destroyer of Worlds. I started off $5 super chat. Thank you. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I feel like we're in a post-apocalyptic zombie show or zombie world, and you just take this. Super intense. I love it. I appreciate that. I have this. I will survive now. Thank you, Philip, Swift Destroyer of Worlds. Maybe the Destroyer of Worlds amped up the level of that where my head was at. Nicholas Kinsey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Any future plans for new classes in the works? Ooh. Yes, there is plans for that. I have a shapeshifter class that's in the works. I have a shaman class that's in the works. Super cool shaman class. Yeah, I'm super excited for that one. And there's probably one or two others that I'm kind of banging around. We have a Scion. That's a class that is fully developed, has so many subclasses for it now. Absolutely amazing. I think it definitely fills in a niche in Dungeons and Dragons. It has a place. So I'm very, very specific with classes and how I put them into D&D. Now, the exception is the Keymaster. That is just Dragon Ball Z, and I wanted to do that. So there you go on that one. Peak D&D in here is, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? No fun allowed here, too. What's up, bro? What's up? How was your day today? I'm going to answer that question. No fun allowed right now. My day was a good day. It was a good day today. It was a super good day today. And then also Nicholas Kinsey, the not next Kickstarter, but the Kickstarter after that might be where I do a big showcase of that. But stay tuned for that. So anyway, what else we got? Scatterbug with a super chat. That's funny. Scatterbug, why are you super chatting, bro? Question from Scatterbug: in honor of National Banana Day, what properties would you give a banana flavored potion? Also, sorry I'm late. I was on that grind. You were probably on that grind doing the making the art asset for tomorrow's video of the D&D Direct video that I'm going to be making. I'm probably going to make that video at school. Honestly, I'm going to make that video and film it at school because it goes live during lunch. So I'm literally just going to eat before or after, who cares, not eat, I don't know. And I'm going to watch the video and then record a video for it. So stay tuned for that. But Scatterbug's working on the art for that. So you keep grinding, bro. Banana potion. Oh, banana potion. Okay, so I could go the monkey route where you polymorph into a primate of some kind or a small monkey. I could do the slippery component where it's a negative effect potion and you start slipping and sliding all over the place, and you just constantly, every time you do anything, you have a chance to fall down. Banana is my favorite flavor of things, so I think maybe you just get like a +1 to Constitution because you just feel so good, or maybe charisma. No. Banana potion. And then there's the constipation aspect of it. Maybe you have advantage on Constitution saves that involve food of some kind or poison, maybe, because the banana doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. So there you go, Scatterbug. Banana potion. Undercat's here. What's up, Undercat? Oh, you do have the Scion. Nice, Nicholas. Nice. Okay. So, and oh my God, Reno. And Reno's the boss. Like a boss. Reno with the $20 super chat. You have my axe. Thank you, Reno. Epic. I think he's going off of Philip, Destroyer of Worlds is dangerous. Take this, and you have my axe. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so now, without further ado, turn into a banana auto stealth check pass. Wow. You just turn into a banana. Great. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the questions. We have them rolling in already. So here we go. Wait, I think I saw a question that I don't see up here. Curl. I don't see Curl's question. Curl get passed up? I don't know. Okay. Oh no, Steve's working on it. Okay, cool. All right, here we go with the questions. Pyrotechnic. What's up, Pyrotechnic? Pyrotechnic comes to I see Pyrotechnic pop up in all three of my channels. So I appreciate you, bro. All right. Anyway, we're doing the. I'm on mute. David Clark, DC. I love the name. Anyway, sorry. Okay, here we go. Focus, coach. Let's go. Steve Newton has a question. How would you recommend using dragons in Eberron? Interesting. Interesting. So as far as the context, dragons in Eberron, I don't see any problems. I mean, I know Eberron is a world setting and it's more like artificery and stuff like that, but I don't think there's any problems using dragons in Eberron. Like so the question itself doesn't like strike me as like even a problem in the first place, just from my perspective. There's dragons in that world. There's freaking dragons in that world. Now, if you want to put some spice to them where they have artificered something or other on them and they have some like mech dragons and they have, or you could do the Shardlin metal dragon. It's like a dragon made of metal. Or I have a clockwork dragon miniature right there. It's made of metal. You could do stuff like that. Eberron, this would actually be sick right here. This is what I would do. Can I grab it? Don't hate me because it's not painted. But it's a clockwork dragon, right? So it's clockwork dragon, baby. So yeah, if you, that's what you might, that'd be a sick dragon to throw in there. So there you go. But yeah, you could even have the dragon's magic influence artificers in that area. So like artificer around a red dragon would have like flamethrower artificer-y type tech, and it's based off of the fires of the red dragon affecting the world around it. So there's a couple of things for you to do. So there you go. Cool. Whiskey Pixels, I see your question, but we'll see if I get to that one. It's trying to be spicy on me. Trying to be spicy. I have some thoughts. Anyway, I want to say we'll see how that goes. Okay. Next question. Wilfredo Figura. Would you consider making videos reviewing your favorite fan submitted spells, items, subclasses in your Discord? Yeah, honestly, Wilfredo, I have full plans to do something like that, of homebrew submitted things. It might be from my patrons, it might be from Discord. I might spice it up and change around where I pick them from. I'll probably start with my patrons, see how the things go, and then go to like Discord and have it be a Discord community thing. I might do on like a different platform or something, just to kind of keep spreading the love around, and maybe the category as well or whatever. But I would love to do some breakdowns on things. I would have a disclaimer, be ready for me to rip it up and tear it down and lift it up and give my spin on it, right? By no means am I going to roast anybody and be like, this is trash. Like, no. I'm going to point out concerns that I have and like, oof, this would make me nervous because, or holy crap, this is amazing because, all that kind of stuff. I totally want to do that, Wilfred. Next question. Oh, no fun allowed. How was your day? It's a good day, dude. I appreciate you. Peak D&D has a question. What are you most excited about tonight, Coach? I feel like I'm not in the loop on something. I feel like I should know like something's about to happen tonight. It's a live stream night. That's what I'm excited about. It's live stream night with the crew. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm excited about. Let's go. B Sparky question. B Sparky, any recommendations you have on reoccurring NPCs in the theme like the Cheshire Cat? Ooh. Or Q Star Trek to mess with the PCs. Oh, I love it. I think it's really cool to have an NPC that's very like not whimsy, loose, not loose, slippery, and like can get away like the Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat's a perfect one to base that around. That's so perfect to base that around. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a huge, in the same way that a reoccurring villain is cool because it keeps coming back and all that kind of stuff, and then it affects the players and affects the world and shows all that kind of stuff. I think reoccurring people like that is a really cool thing to do. I have reoccurring antagonists and protagonists, and I have reoccurring antagonists that are either good or bad. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's super good because it keeps them, it almost gives them a pulse check back on the world. Even like a great example is whenever they go to a town and they meet somebody in the town, and then they leave the town and come back to the town like multiple sessions later, and they're different a little bit based on how the players left them. Oh my gosh. And that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw a before and after, a cause and effect based on them. Super cool. Super great way to build in that feeling of them affecting the world around them. So love it, right? Empress Shuvi coming in Empress Shuvi is a top tier patron and now is super chatting well. A $50 super chat. Thank you, Empress Shuvi. Coming in hot. Question. Here we go. When DMing, how do you help to get shy or non-talkative players engage in sessions? Love the question. This might be a rant. How do you handle players that have a protagonist syndrome without outright kicking a player? Wait, how do you... okay. Kicking out of the group. I thought you meant kicking them. Like, I was like picturing you kicking them at the table. I'm a new DM trying to balance these aspects respectfully. Okay, so this is a two-part question here. So I'll quickly answer the second part of that, and then I might have to do a rant for the other part of that. But how do you handle players that have a protagonist syndrome without outright kicking the player? So protagonist syndrome, I'm assuming to mean protagonist as in they are the center, they are the hero of this story, they are the single solo protagonist, and it is their story that everyone is a part of, and they're the key player, like the other players don't matter as much. First thing, as usual, and people, I mean, I have to say this first, it's so cliche, but you got to talk to that player. You've got to talk to that player. And let them know, because a lot of times just you having that conversation, they'll be like, oh crap, I didn't know it was that bad, right? And you have to find I'm gonna say you have to be stern. Like, if it is a lot, I'm saying this from a teacher background, I'm saying this from a coaching background, if you come in soft, they aren't going to take it as seriously. They're gonna be like, oh, I mean, this is a game, oh no. But if you're like, all right, look, I feel like a lot of times you seem to like be the center of attention and don't let the spotlight go on the rest of the players. Everyone at the table's at the same level of player, and I want to share that spotlight. And I feel like a lot of times, now I don't know this, but you would be able to insert the dialogue here, but talking to them and being firm about like, what can we do to address this, because it's enough of a problem where I feel uncomfortable. I only can imagine the other players feeling uncomfortable, because that would be not cool for me. And it's my job as a dungeon master to intermediate this. They haven't talked to me. They haven't said anything to me. This is just me trying to keep a fair balance of everything going on. So empathize with them and tell them that you like care about what they're feeling and all that kind of stuff. Be firm about like this, that we have to do something to change this, because this is not working out. Like, you have to say something along the lines of that, and then open it up to them as a conversation to collaborate, so that there's those three key components there to be able to have them feel heard, and like you're not about to kick them out, and you're not threatening them and they get super defensive really quickly. You know what I'm saying? So there's the 2 seconds on that. But then this next part, shy and non-talkative players. How do you engage and help? Wait. Let me catch it for real. How do you help to get shy or non-talkative players engaged in a session? Love it. Okay, so we're gonna do a rant here, people. We're gonna do a rant. Buckle up. Troy Bowers, did you miss anything juicy? No, but you're about to. Wait, but you're here, so you're not missing it. This is about to be juicy. Okay, just see a whole bunch of questions. Okay, cool. Chris H, thanks for all you do in the community. How do you rein in players who start the meta, especially online? Oh, Chris, okay, I just had a question. Appreciate you, Chris. Moderators, pick up Chris H's question about how do you rein players in that want to start meta during online games, metagaming and stuff. Okay, anyway, here we go. We got the okay. So let me read the question again. How do you help shine on talkative players? Okay, here we go. Y'all ready for this rant? Let me get some more water. Oh, I get excited about it. Okay. So you got I was going to say non-shy players. So you got non-shy players that are too active in your games. You got to calm them down. Drug them up. Terrible advice. Terrible. Rant. Let's go rant. Okay, cool. Okay. Here we go. So you have shy or non-talkative players in your table, and you feel like they're retracting into their shell, or you feel like they're not engaged, you feel like they're not having fun, and your DM brain starts running all over the place, worried about them. How do you fix it? What can you do? All that kind of stuff. Well, first of all, it might not even be a problem in the first place, but if it is, I have solutions for you as well. So First thing, some players, especially new players, might not want to be the center of attention in combat, might not want to be making big risky plays because they might not know how their character works in combat. They might not feel comfortable in combat yet, so they play a little passive or a little in the background. They're maybe watching how the other players go, and they're thinking, and it just takes a little bit more time, and they're not comfortable yet because they don't want to feel responsible for whenever something bad happens because they didn't play optimized or something like that. It also depends on the other players at the table. Do you have people that are really like, oh, come on, you know, like that are critical of other players' moves? If so, maybe talk to those players and have that be a better environment for that player to open up into, because that could be a thing, but we'll get into that in a second. Is they might be having a great time, just to acknowledge that in the first place, because I know whenever I play, I'm going to be very vocal. I love role playing. I love shaking things up. I love making moves, right? I love trying to optimize my turns and doing all this stuff, but other people don't play the way I play. And that's okay. And the other people have a great time, and they might not play the same way as you and be having a great time. So I have multiple different players that I've played in my sessions with, and I've had this concern before, and turns out they were having a blast. They loved it. And I was like, reached out to them one-on-one, talk to this player and be like, hey, so like, I'm just making sure, I just wanted to check in. I'm doing a check-in with everybody. And whether you do a check-in or not with everybody, you doesn't matter, but you should check in with all your players. But I just want to check in on you and see, like, hey, I want to make sure you're having a good time. Like, I know that you're new players. So I wanted to just make sure if you had any questions or whatever, I just want to make sure you're having a good time. What's your favorite parts, or what parts do you maybe want to talk about? And just purely give it to them. And you'll be surprised sometimes where they'll be like, no, I am just having so much fun. This is so cool to see the world. And that was my response I got back from this player, is it is so cool to see this world unfolding and how we're all changing the world, and how it's so cool to see how it, like, they were just loving it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I still got some good nuggets from them of things that they like to do. And then I can now put more of those things in the game. Great, cool, awesome, right? So that's the first thing, is it might not even be a problem, which I guess isn't even a thing in the first place. Second part, to save the players for last, is the rest of the table, like I referenced a second ago. The rest of the table could be a non-friendly environment, whether it's subconsciously or very bold players or not. And at my current campaign, on I have videos on my second channel on full breakdowns every single time of my homebrew campaign of these 4 players. I have 2 extreme veteran players. They know the game inside and out. They know the rules. They know how to play. They feel super confident. They have all that stuff. And then I have 2 newer players that aren't brand veterans at the game, don't know all the rules, don't know all these things, but that's fine. And there's this balance at the table that you have to keep a pulse check on. So I have reached early on in the campaign, I talked with those 2 veteran players about, hey, look, I want to make sure that everyone feels good at the table. So whenever y'all have some sort of like strategy conversations between the 2 of you, I'm saying it's on you guys. Check in with them. It will help my job at the table to not have to do that. So I'm not having to puppet master myself and come up with an NPC that then asks them, which we'll get into in a second. But talk to those players and be like, hey, look, I really want you to make sure you include everyone, especially maybe the other players that are a little bit more soft-spoken. Include them at the time. Give them an opportunity to say what they want to say, and then they can retract or say nothing, right? And so many times they will like, hey, what do you guys think? Like, no, that sounds good. Okay, cool, right? And it could be as simple as that, right? So make sure that there is a player-friendly environment for these shy or non-talkative players, right? So that there is a welcoming thing there. So a lot of times talking to the other players to engage them for you is going to help this next part, because part 3 of this is now the players are everyone else besides them, besides the shy players. We're talking about them, we're talking about everything else, but now to focus on them is how can you engage them and wake them up a little bit. So the same thing applies towards disengaged players, where they just seem like distracted or on phones or whatever, right? I have a freaking radar for that type of stuff. Anytime there's like some sort of like phone thing going on where I see a phone when it's not probably in combat, or they're not looking up something or something like that, anytime that happens, it happens at every table, right? It's totally fine. People have lives to check on that stuff. I don't have a phone ban at my table, and in general, I don't have phone problems. My players are very engaged, and I feel good about that. But I think some of the things I do to keep that a thing is, if I do notice that we're in the middle of a shop and one player's kind of like, oh, okay, and you can see it, the body language at the table, I might have the shopkeeper engage with them in some sort of way, or throw in, they have some sort of magic item that strikes their attention. Or there was one time, this popped in my head just now, an NPC had one of the players, wasn't really didn't want anything at this shop. They didn't want to have it. They weren't in a engaged moment to have what did I say? They were in an engaged moment in this specific situation to really care about what was going on. But I knew we were going to be here for a little bit, and they were trying to get some stuff. It's like a shopping episode. So I was in a spot, and you can even tell like how I'm even just like reliving that moment. They're in a rough spot, but I wanted to keep them engaged. So I said that the NPC had a cat because I know this character really loves cats, and that's a big thing about their character. So I said this NPC has a cat. A cat kind of wanders around and like walks under their shoulders and sits across their shoulders. And then I had something, I'm improving all of this, like something, they had some sort of magic thing going on, and then the cat was the thing that fetched them the magic items. So like it became a whole thing about this NPC, but it instantly brought that player back in. They have a cat, their two cats were talking. It was this whole thing now, right? And you keep that pulse check. You don't have to always do it. It's okay for players not to be a part of every single thing you do ever, but it's important to know when you want to reach out to a player. Know that players, I'm not talking about their character, know that players' favorite cool things that they like, and know the characters' things that have to do with their backstory or their favorite things they like to do in downtime or whatever they're trying to do. So fine, and that's really the overall point for the player is what do they like? What does that player like to do? And another example for a different player was they love to do entrepreneur stuff, and they love to build leatherworking stuff. So anytime they went to a city, I knew if I put a leatherworking shop there, they'd be super interested, or a skinning shop, super interested to spread their entrepreneur business and talk and network and do all that kind of stuff. So I know my players well enough as a dungeon master, know your players well enough to know what interests them and weave and sprinkle that in throughout the parts where they have the dips, because there's going to be like super engaged, oh my gosh, this is great, to this doesn't have to do with me at all. So maybe give an NPC a cat to let them have that, oh, whoa, this is cool, this is something interesting. Or maybe engage as the tavern keep, and if maybe there's been a player and man, we've just been going around and it's been like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and this one player hasn't really said anything yet or done anything. Maybe when they walk into the tavern, I have that player be super obsessed with that person or talk to them first, or maybe not like them. What's the problem with that? What's the deal with that guy? What's the deal with that guy in the back? You know, and like I'm talking about that person, and it forces them to kind of like a little like wake up call to do something, right? So you as a dungeon master can engage them with your NPCs. You can engage them with interesting things in your world that then bring them to you, right? So that's really the big picture there is you can bring them to you by carrot on a stick, interesting things, or you can come to them in the form of NPCs, right? And the whole thing always starts off with talking to them. Talk to your players, see what they like, see what they love, so that you can engage them. And if they don't have anything and you don't know, then you really should talk to them and brainstorm something for them. So don't think that they're not having a good time, because everybody plays D&D differently. There you go. There's my thoughts and rant on this whole thing. Stay creative. Think outside the box. Peace. Whoa, man, I had more to say on that than I thought. I did not know that had that much. Y'all saw the end of the rant coming. End rant coming. What's up, y'all? Oh, wait. I gotta go back and check. I gotta check the chat here real quick. Hold up. There you go, Empress. Honestly, though, Empress, thank you. $50 super chat. That's next level. And with that level of support, I really wanted to answer that question good. And apparently I had a lot to say about it. So there's a rant. That video is dedicated to Empress Shuvi now. It will hit YouTube at some point, and y'all are here for it. So there you go. Anyway, what else we got? Undercat, what's up, Undercat? Thanks for the $5 super chat. Hey, coach, if the dungeon dog was a familiar or companion, what would its stats or features be? Oh, that's funny. We actually just today we're working on the familiar system from Alkander's Almanac that's going to go into a DC playbook. That's going to be a big feature of a custom familiar system to overhaul familiars in general. So it's already been on my mind. So it's a perfect question. Thank you, Undercat. What would my dog have? She would have extremely high perception. She would have extremely high perception because me and my wife always joke around about she just loves to look out the window, and she like just her job is looking out the window, and she clocks into her job. She looks out the window. We act like she thinks she makes money from doing it. So she would have extremely high perception, like super magically high perception, and could just see off into eternity or see into other dimensions. And she would have extreme like true sight or something. So I'm going to go with that. That might not be where you thought a husky would have their vision from, but there you go. That's funny. Reno. Is Reno the boss again? Oh no. Scatterbug came in and got it. That's funny. Reno said stabby stabby. So that whole time, apparently this boss meter was going down. Stabby stabby, Reno. You're choppy choppy, Reno. You should be saying choppy choppy. You wield an axe. What are you doing stabbing with an axe? Come on. No wonder you're not the boss now. Scatterbug came in with his pincers and got the ×6 damage. Why is it ×6 damage? I'm so confused. Okay. Anyway, the dungeon dog has dragon sight. Yes, Reno. The new version of my version of dragon sight. I love that. That's so funny. And then Coulter Wilson. Right before I could go back to the questions, Coulter Wilson comes in. $20 super chat. Thank you, Coulter. In my campaign, one of the party's friends, villain, is on the brink of achieving lichdom. Oh. Dude, Coulter, man. Coulter's campaigns just go hard. They're always doing something over there. All right. They are the last key to a gate holding back an unspeakable evil. And if they die, it will open. Any advice on moral dilemmas? Whoo. Whoo. All right. Hold up. In my campaign, one of the party's friends, a villain, is on the brink of achieving lichdom. Okay. They are the last key to a gate holding back an unspeakable evil, and if they die, it will open. I'm confused of who the theys are. So the friend, is the friend they, or is the villain they? One of my party's friends, the villain, is on the brink of achieving lichdom. They are the last key to holding back. Okay. So it's the friend. So there's an NPC friend that is actually a villain, and they're trying to achieve lichdom. They are the last key to a gate holding back an unspeakable evil, and if they die, it will open. Oh, wait a second. Are they trying to achieve lichdom so they don't die? Okay. So Coulter, answer this question. Is the villain actually a good person, and they're trying to achieve lichdom so that they don't die? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. What a spin on a villain. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a villain. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, Coulter, that's so cool. He says yes, correct. Okay. So, all right. So then you're achieving a lichdom. So you have to kill people to not release the moral. Oh man, that's like the Thanos thing, man. Like it's the train tracks thing, right? All those moral dilemmas. So I think I would for sure, I would upsell. First, I would upsell how bad this unspeakable evil is. Like really, really hammer it. Like it's bad. Like talk about how in the past, like drop some lore on them about before it's happened and it will happen again. And when it happened before, it was like, and it really, really paint the picture of how bad it would be if this unspeakable evil happened. And then you start to trickle in, and I would do it like this. I would escalate it slowly of what it would take for this lichdom to be achieved, what it would take to be achieved. It's like, there's going to be death involved. There's going to be souls. There's going to be something. So I would say that like this person, the party's friend, in order for them to not die, to not let this thing happen, they have to become a lich. And it's this like thing that they have to do. That's so sick. Do the characters know that the evil will be unleashed if they die? Yeah, see, Stub my pinky. Stub my pinky has a good question there. But yeah, I would say like paint the picture and reveal those things so that they really know and they're aware of this quandary. Like they have to be aware of this like, oh gosh, this is really great. Like that, just throw them, make sure that you set it up and actually throw the moral decision at them and give them enough information so that they see the moral dilemma, right? And maybe even you could even like reveal it at some point where this person's trying to become a lich, but then they realize it's because it's because they are trying to stop this unthinkable or unspeakable evil and stuff like that. That's so cool. Oh wow. So really you could do it one of two ways. You either build up this thing about this big evil that has to happen and they can't, like, I have to survive, I have to become a lich, and then they have to like help them become a lich, which that's going to be weird, right? That's where my head went with it first. But then you could also spin it around the exact opposite of that. And this person's trying to become a lich. They find out about that, but really it's because there's this big moral thing going on there too. That's crazy. Kiwi with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Kiwi. Will there be a lot of roll tables and Alkanders? If so, what kind of stuff can we expect? Roll tables. So there are roll tables in Alkander's Almanac. There's two big chunks of roll tables. The first one is one of the most legit and most useful roll tables I use at every single campaign, every single character that's ever been created ever. It's how I make my NPCs. It's how I help any of my player characters make their characters. It is next level. And I'm not just trying to like brag about it. But it is actually, it's going to be on my website soon. I'll have a whole post about it. I'll make a post about it on Discord, but it's the NPC PC roll table system where it's 100 quirks and 100 personality traits that I use to create NPCs, and I let my players roll on. That's in Alkander's Almanac Chapter 0. That's in there. And then the second roll tables is in the travel section. I have 5 different travel roll tables that show how I use roll tables. In general, how I use roll tables is I have negative roll tables, positive roll tables, and neutral roll tables. Most roll tables I use are neutral because it's literally like there's a 50-50 split of good and bad. Nat 1 is super bad, Nat 20 is super good. The players know if it's a Nat 1 or a Nat 20, oh my gosh, it's super good. And then everything else in the middle is a wash, is a 50-50 like mystery bag, right? Of different levels of good or bad, right? That's a neutral table. So most of my tables are neutral. But then I also have positive tables that you want to roll on. So, and then I have negative tables that you don't want to roll on, right? So anyway, and then so in Alkanders, I think I have like 5 different examples of like a neutral roll table for travel, a positive roll table for a city, a negative roll table for the desert or whatever, right? So there's a lot of stuff there for travel. So there you go, Kiwi. And then sweet, cool, awesome. We're caught up on super chats. Boom, awesome, sweet. All right. Next question from the actual super chats. Now we're back, people. Kirill Bulgarev. Ooh, I'm gonna say. Kirill Bulgarev. Kirill Bulgarev. Freaking cool name. All right. Hey, can't wait for Alkander's Almanac of all things. Question. What is the billing day? The billing day, Reg. Oh, okay. I was like, billing day. I'm so confused. For Kickstarter. Gotcha. So I'm gonna all of my posts on the Kickstarter are gonna be super ahead of the game as far as keeping update posts as soon as I know. So you'll know months before I do. But in general, what it's looking like is this is January. I'm terrible with months. January, February, March, April. Okay, so it's April right now. April is when we release the Monsters Booster Pack, 50 different monsters. It's on the website now. It's on there right now. Cool. You should already have that. And then in May is when we do the subclasses booster pack with a whole bunch of subclasses, over 20 subclasses. That goes live in May. And then in June is when Alkanders comes out for the PDF, is June 15th. Is whenever things are sometime in June. I'm shooting for the 15th, but it's really June is whenever Alkander's Almanac comes out, which is crazy close. It's crazy. Man, it's exciting. That's really exciting. We're like 2-ish months away from, that's crazy. Anyway, so once the PDF goes live, in about a month from that is when I'm going to shut the orders. And as soon as I shut the orders, that means nobody else can order anymore. And then about 10 days after that is when I'll charge the cards. So there you go. That's all I'll have more solid dates as the times get closer and closer. But there you go, Kirill. I appreciate you. Thanks for the hype. Love the hype. Let me see. Well, we got a super chat and we got a new Garrett Ted. Garrett Ted is the new boss. We gotta see what's going on. B Sparky with a purple heart. Oh, B Sparky with the $11.25. That's very specific. I wonder if that means something. Is that a code? With the purple heart. That's all I said. It was purple heart. I appreciate that. I love those freaking purple hearts. I feel like it speaks to me. All my text messages that I ever send to people, I put purple hearts in them all the time. Not every single one. I guess that's a little exaggerated, but I use purple hearts all the time. I love it. That speaks to me. Okay. Thank you, B Sparky. Garrett Ed with a $20 super chat. Garrett Ed, this is Garrett Ed's first time in the live stream, and they're coming in hot swinging with a $20 super chat. AKA Granger Ranger from your Kickstarter. Let's go. Granger Ranger. Question. I'm running an open table campaign of Tomb of Annihilation. Cool. Wait. Open table campaign of Tomb of Annihilation. Open table campaign? Are you talking about no screen? Ooh, baby. All right. 3 different groups from different nights, but the same campaign. Whoa. How would you balance to make sense of it all? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God. Evan Bosco in the chat. His freaking green hearts versus my purple hearts. Oh my gosh. And I know Ava loves green next to purple, which is basically Barney. So me plus Evan is Barney, apparently. Anyway. Oh, B Sparky wanted to get back to an even number amount. Gotcha. Okay. Garrett Ed, Granger Ranger, let's go. Open table. So what you mean by open table is there's 3 different groups from different nights, but it's the same campaign. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. How would you balance make sense of it all? Okay. So now I have not ran this exact thing. I have had 5 different groups be in the same world, right? Okay. I've had 5 different groups be in the same world, but that was whenever I was the club leader of a Dungeons and Dragons club at high school. Right. But how I did it with that, and you can take whatever from there, is I made sure to send them in different directions. And I made sure to send them in different directions, but there was a central hub. You know what I mean? So like there was a hub where they would all be able to meet up, and then they would go out and come back and do stuff. They would go out and come back and do stuff. And then I started to get a little crazy, and they would go out to do stuff. And then those things that they had happen would affect other groups. Right. So, and how I tried to orchestrate it is one session, they would go out and something would happen, and they would achieve something. And then at the beginning of next session, they would find out that this group caused something. So group 1 affected group 3, group 2 affected group 4, group 3 affected group 5, and so on, right? So there was things that each group did in some way that affected the other groups based on how it went, right? So I think that's really interesting. You can do it so that's one way, is having it be different directions come out, right? Or have them, even if you don't have a center point, because I don't know how you're with where the campaign's at, you can maybe just have them be in different spots and make sure they go in different directions, right? Or you can, again, if you're running like a module, you might not be able to manipulate the world as much, or if you've had a preset world map or something like that. But then even if they are separated, have stuff happen that connects things. Have assassins go from one to the other. Have someone, some NPC they piss off go affect somebody negatively or positively. Or maybe they reach out about, there's contractors that like a quest is to go kill the other party or something crazy. You could do some crazy stuff, right? But that only lends itself to just amazing scenarios that I can only imagine how a player that'd be a whole nother question. How do you handle player versus player combat whenever they're not even there? So which I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. But another way you could do it is back to back, is they could go through and then pass the scenario, right? So they would go and they would do something. Party number 1 would do something in that area and leave it, and the next party comes in and things are different, right? You could totally have it be like that. I think that the whole thing is amazing, and it's let me make sure there's not any sort of like how would you balance, like I would just let them go, let them go crazy. And I would make sure to reconcile and update in between sessions, right? So that at the end of group 1 would go, and then make sure that the world is changed and adjusted for group 2. If they ever met each other in some way, I would just play it as straight up as you possibly could, right? Because again, I don't know how much these players are talking. At my table, they were all playing in the same room at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But with it being different nights, you have some wiggle room there. You can almost think of it as 3 different dimensions. If you want to think of it like we get go multiverse on me, right? You could have group 1, group 2, group 3, which are all 3 different versions of everything. And everything that's happening is basically, you could view it as, while I'm dungeon mastering for group 1, group 2 and 3 are basically NPCs, and they are telling the story for me. So session 1 goes and they do their thing. Okay, cool. And then session 2 goes, they did all this stuff. Oh my God. Oh my God. Session 3 goes, they did all this stuff. Oh my God. That is just accelerating the world from now and back in the perspective of group 1. And then if they meet them or do whatever, they interact in that way. And I would totally be fine with them interacting and having stuff happen and all this kind of stuff and having this whole moment. Maybe we'll go down this road. They actually fight. They PvP each other. One of them kills another one from the other party. Oh my gosh. Does that mean you have to go kill the PC of that party? Hey, sorry, your player character died in between sessions. No, you could totally have it be a little layer separated where, yeah, they killed that person. Oh my gosh. Now that world is now branched like a multiverse situation. And this is now a different version of what could have possibly happened. You're not going to go back to the group and say that they got killed and your player got killed. No, but now, from the perspective as a dungeon master from the group 2, I might have that group 1 be a little more hostile. Maybe they're coming after him. And that's just more tools at my dungeon master disposal to be able to help tell a story. So it's almost like the other groups are helping me tell a story with the motivations of the characters that are also in that world. So there you go. That was a big rant there, Garrett, but I hope I hope that helps. So there you go. Robert Forsyth, what's up? What's up, Robert? What's up, Robert? Darren Miller. Wait. Did I miss it? Okay, no. Darren Miller, thanks you for the super chat. Man, y'all are on fire. We're one. Woo, let's go. Thank you guys. Darren Miller, building a villain for my campaign. You guys, I should make more videos on villains. I need to do like a villain series or something, because this is like a lot of villains we're talking about tonight. Okay. Building a villain for my campaign where the lord of one of the realms is a warlock who has a pact with an evil deity. He is trying to bring them back to the material plane from exile. Any tips? Okay, interesting. All right. I always got to read these twice because I got to see where they're going and then trying to. All right. So, building a villain for my campaign where the lord of one of the realms is a warlock who has a pact with an evil deity. Okay, I'm there now. He's trying to bring them back from the material plane. Any tips? Oh, that's so cool. So I don't know where your players are or what they've done yet, but you have a king who is a warlock who's trying to bring back their entity from to the material plane from exile. So the entire kingdom, I would just say you have a hierarchy of different levels of quests for the players to go on. I don't know what level your players are, but you have all of these things that could be affecting this. And then you got to think down to the smallest level. What would be something that a level 1 party could deal with? I don't know what level your party is, so you could probably skip some of these things to get to it. But maybe he implements a huge tax on the city, and then there's all this gold that's now missing, and then that's a problem for that townspeople. He has all, because he needs all this gold to do the thing he's doing. Or maybe the livestock. He needs to sacrifice livestock, and all the livestock are starting to be a problem. And that's the problem they have to deal with. Because again, from the player's perspective, what's happening, right? Or maybe they start missing people, like people go missing, or there's kidnappings and there's needing to sacrifice souls, or maybe a specific type of people are going, a certain what could it be, like a Khajiit race, maybe the cat people, all of the tabaxi are being taken. Why are the tabaxi being taken? I don't know, right? In one of my campaigns, I had a whole group start targeting dwarves, and they were targeting dwarves because they were manufacturing poison, and they wanted to make the most deadly poison possible. And dwarves were very well known for being poison resistant and stuff, and being very hardy to poison. So they were testing these poisons on the dwarves because they could survive it. And as soon as they got it to a point where it could kill a dwarf, they knew it was weaponized, ready to go. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So think of this warlock and what tools they have as a lord of a kingdom at their disposal to be able to do? What do they need to do to bring back this thing from exile, right? What cool things? And I would think of it from both perspectives. Think of it from the top down of, all right, I am this warlock, or like, what's the answer? How do I get this evil deity back from exile? Okay, well, maybe it needs to take some time, or it has to be some sort of solar alignment thing. I could do that. Like, what sounds cool and fun? Maybe they have to collect these different crystals, so maybe you could go that route. And then now the kingdom's guards are tasked. They, like, out of nowhere, the king just gets this task force of these sketchy wraith-like soldiers of something, and they get sent out on these missions. And then the king's using his army to go get and establish and reach out to get these crystals, because he needs to use them for, and he's starting wars and picking fights and stuff over these things to get these materials to be able to bring back. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully that helps you out there. Darren Miller. Thank you, Darren Miller. Players are 4th level and related to one of the party's companions. He's a fallen Asimar. Cool. Love it. Greetings and salutations, Chef Kronos. What's up? Whoa, Kiwi with a $5 super chat. Thank you. It's a villain kind of night. I want to make a big bad religious figure that is evil simply because his logic is flawed. Any suggestions? Oh yeah. I mean, any villain I ever make, don't think they're a villain, right? Any villain doesn't think that they are a villain, right? They think that they're a hero, and they think that what they're doing is right. So 100%. So I want to make a big bad religious figure that is evil simply because his logic is flawed. Yeah. I mean, I have, right now in my current campaign, there's a religious order that is evil, and their whole spin is the thoughts and past evils. The past evils of the world keep reminding people that people's past memories of evil and betrayal and negative thoughts lead to future negative thoughts. So their entire thing is wiping people's memories. So what this church does is they help get people's memories back, when really they wipe their memories and replace them with good memories. So they literally press a reset button on a person where, anyway, okay, so to get a little psychological on everybody's been through some stuff, right? Like, we've all had some like stuff that happens to us at different levels, of course, but we've all gone through some traumatic stuff, and it affects us, right? And it affects who we are and who we become, and people that go and do bad things or have probably some sort of bad stuff that happened to them or different things, lots of different ways to end up where people end up, right? But this church's belief is if they can take a person that has a bad past or was brought up under evil teachings or brainwashed in some way, whatever, they can take these people, brainwash them clean in a good way, and reset them and cleanse out any of that bad stuff, replace it with nice fond memories. Maybe they have nice fond memories of their parents who, they had a terrible accident or whatever, but at least they didn't like torture them or something, right? From whatever type of backstories and twisted traumas that people have, this church wipes that clean slate. And then these people leave, and they're like these good people because they've been artificially created to be good people, which is bad. So this church has these very twisted morals and flawed logic of changing people fundamentally who they are and brainwashing them to be good people. But then are they the same person if they completely wiped all that clean? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, there's a there's a rant on that as far as potential stuff there. So there you go, Kiwi. Appreciate you, Kiwi. All right. I think we are going to go into, oh my gosh, see, oh man, I there's so many questions. So we're going into overtime with a shot clock overtime. Here we go. Timer, put the timer. We got a 5-minute shot clock. 5-minute shot clock. I'm going to go through a rapid fire. Rapid fire. Let's go. The dragon name near people's names or for members only or what? Yeah, YouTube has this thing called a YouTube member, and it's only through YouTube, and it changes your name, it colors your name, and adds a little dragon symbol over that changes over time. So it actually grows and evolves over time the longer that you are a member. It's pretty cool. Only in through YouTube. So in live streams and comments and stuff, you are recognized for all of that stuff. So appreciate you. But that answers that question. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm doing a 5-minute shot clock. Disclaimer is I can't answer the questions as fully and flushed out and all the way and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be super fast. So I might get to a question that I literally can't answer because it would take the full 5 minutes. So I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can. So I feel bad when I do this every time because I want to answer these questions fully, but here we go. At least you get something rather than nothing. Here we go and start. Okay. Neural Zoc question. I'm going to run WDDH. I don't know what that stands for. I have never ran a campaign almost exclusive in an urban environment. What are some tips as well as keeping everyone engaged? Thank you, Rock. I appreciate that, dude. I don't know what WDDH. Somebody's going to say it in the chat and I'll look back at it. But in general, urban environment, have an urban roll table, like I said, for a bad urban roll table, a negative urban roll table, and a neutral urban roll table. I think roll tables help keep things spicy. That would be a huge Dungeon Master prep for me in that type of thing. Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Okay, cool. So it's in a... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. All right. But having those roll tables is going to be huge to kind of keep things spicy. And I also would have each player, I would have some sort of like maybe a D4 roll table for each of them that you may or may not even roll on and just touch on to be able to engage them if you feel like you need to, if that's a concern of yours. So there we go. Just another Kyle question. What kind of paper does Alkander use for Alkander's Wait, what kind of paper did Alkander use for his almanac? What kind of paper? I don't even know what kind of paper I could answer that question. I don't know. I just a paper, a scroll. I don't know what paper is made of. A tree paper. Philip, Destroyer of Worlds. What are the do's and don'ts of creating an artifact for your players? Oh, that's cool. Do make it sentient and don't make it too powerful. That's see, I want to. That's a whole question. I would love to do a whole deep dive on that question. I feel I'm pausing the timer because I'm explaining how I feel bad. I want to answer that question all the way, but then I have to answer this really quickly. So maybe that's fun to answer really quickly. I don't know. I just feel bad. Okay, here we go. Kiwi, 5e encounters are too much of an art or science to me. Any suggestions for making them feel good to players? I have videos on campaign encounter balance. So they are old. It's a purple thumbnail. All my thumbnails are purple. It's a purple thumbnail of a battle scene with a dragon, and there's also one with like 4 enemies in like this purple fog. But it's encounters. Search Dungeon Coach Encounter or Dungeon Coach Balance, and I think those videos will pop up for you. Kirill Berigarev, question: are you working on steampunk classes or subclasses? If not, likely would you? I would totally do some steam. We have DC playbooks. I do themed DC playbooks that has a little bit of a theme to it, so there might be a steampunk theme coming, especially if D&D starts to go in some sort of steampunky type direction. 100% I'll be providing that for the people. Cameo Cannon question: are you going to wait, are you going to get back how are you going to get Luke back for calling you on your April Fool's Day? That's funny. That's so funny. I've already talked to them multiple times about that, and I'm long hauling it, guys. I lowered everybody's guard for next year's April Fools, and I'm going to get them good. I'm going to get you guys good. But now that I've said that, all the people in this chat now know, so you're in the inner circle. So watch out. I tried to April Fool's Luke, by the way, but it didn't work. Anyway, Whiskey Pixels question: what is your most controversial D&D opinion? Passive perception is stupid. Luck is stupid, and Lehman's tiny head is stupid. Oh wow. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Okay. And the Sentinel feat is stupid. Okay, sorry. David Clark. Another DC right there. Question: what are your writing habits like? Do you have a set time that you write? Oh, do you listen to music? How do you set up your space example? Okay, cool. So whenever I do my writing, I wear these. I don't listen to music. Music is the devil, as far as I'm concerned. I don't listen to music just in general in my life. I don't listen to music in my car. It's silence, I think. And so this is what I do right here. Oh, baby, there we go. I put these on and I can't hear anything, and I just tune out everything. I put all of I have 3 screens. I put all 3 screens on the different sections I'm writing on. Usually I'm in a Google Doc. like when I was writing Alkanders, I'm in a Google Doc and I have the top screen there at the top of the page, which I have so I can access at any time. I have the bottom the screen on the right as like a side-by-side comparison if I need to look at something or reference another section of the book, or if I want to reference a section and I go over to it and I want to kind of, so this screen on to the right here is where I kind of hop around everywhere, and then the screen in the middle is where I'm actually writing and everything. No music, no anything like that, and I just I outline first, and then so I have the whole thing, like the big bullet points of the overall, like the heading ones of everything, and then I go back and fill in from there. And if I ever hit a rut or oh, there goes the timer. If I ever hit a rut or a sticking point, I start talking. So I have I think it's a control Windows S or something like that. There's a audio auto talking thing, and it bloop, and it like types for me, and I'll just start talking as if I'm like, all right, like basically for the social encounters, whenever you talk to somebody, they have a disposition, and whenever you have a positive interaction with the NPC, it increases so I just kind of just start talking, and then I go back and edit my own talk if I ever get stuck. So I hope that helps. There you go. And okay, oh no, that's time. I'm gonna do one more. And then James Wren, as a forever DM, it's easy to create life or death situations for combat encounters for my players. With the two other pillars, how do you add gravitas or social encounter exploration? Oh yeah. So I mean, this is social encounters. I just arrested my players. I just arrested all my players last session. So the social encounter was they lied to the king, and the king's like, arrest them. And then I was just, whenever I did, the gravitas was me literally bossing them around. Like I was like, you're going to do this, you're going to tell me this. And then they're like, well, what if I could like it was her, one of the NPC's fathers had information, and they had the ability to contact him. And he's like, we're going to go to a place. You're going to tell me, we're going to go to this location. You're going to contact your father, tell him to meet you there. We are going to apprehend him and take him. And she's like, well, are you going to hurt him? Or we will do whatever we want with him. Like, and it was like no budging. Like that's like throwing down. That's kind of how the gravitas, like the king is telling you what to do. You know what I'm saying? And they can try and talk, and they can do these things. And I even said like I even prefaced it sometimes when I was like, guys, just keep in mind, any sort of social checks y'all are making are against the king in a very rough situation. So like, oh yeah, we got one good roll. It's going to take multiple things here for y'all to be able to talk your way out of this. It's possible, but just keep in mind where you're at, right? Like if you're in combat and you roll a natural 20 and you crit somebody, it's just a crit. It's not going to get you all the way out just from one, good roll. This is bad, right? So I just made sure to preface that so they don't feel like, oh yeah. So anyway, and then exploration, you can definitely, traps and puzzles and all that kind of stuff, like deadly traps and encounters with the threat of combat could always be a good thing there. So boom, there you go. Boom. There we go. I think, oh, okay, cool. And then now, oh man, see, so even with my freaking overtime turbo 5-minute shot clock, wasn't able to get through them all. So I appreciate all you guys. I love these live stream nights. Let me go back into the chat here. Oh, what? What? Oh, wow. Evan Bosco, the freaking guy that pulls together all the DC playbooks and orchestrates all the different writers that write the stuff to come together to do this. $65 super chat. Wow, what a guy. Evan at the buzzer. I was literally saying bye to everybody. Wow, bro. That's nuts. Let's go. Kiwi says, let's go. All right, here we go. All right, so how this is going to work, Evan, this is literally last minute shot clock. First of all, oh, shoot. Thank you to everybody for super chatting, and Evan is taking it home. So in honor of everyone who super chatted with the Evan, the final baton to cross the line with it, Bosco for the win. Evan, you're the man. Let's go. That's my guy. Of course it is, or Undercat. Oh, that's funny. That was crazy. All right. Wow. So get to work, get those materials out. I work too hard. Give the stuff. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so this giveaway, everybody in the chat right now, DC Artificer taught me this last time. Anyone who wants to enter into the giveaway say something right now in chat. That's how it works. Just for the record, I did not know that. But Nightbot sees who says stuff. It doesn't. Don't spam the chat. Just say something once. Just say something once. Exactly. Something cool. As long as you have said something at all in the last like 5 minutes or something, it puts your name in there, and it only hits people. It only catches people that were there. So if you say something multiple times, doesn't matter. You're just spamming the chat for no reason, right? So say something, and y'all are, oh wow, you all said something. You all literally said something. Oh my God, just another Kyle said tree paper. Tree paper. What kind of paper does Alkander use? He uses tree paper. And then now people are trolling and saying nothing. Oh man. Kirill Bogilarev, I love you too, man. I'm sorry, I keep saying your name wrong, but I think I want to always say Kirill Bogilarev. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Wow. All things. Okay. Hey, I see that. Everything. Okay. All right. I think enough people have said everything. This giveaway is for a shopping spree on the website, whatever PDFs you kind of want and looking for. There's a lot of them now. Whole bunch. So it's going to be basically, oh, okay. Y'all are still saying stuff. So shopping spree on the website for the winner, and if the winner is a patron, then you can pick any D&D book and I will ship it to you if you're in the US, because shipping otherwise is crazy. And then if you are a patron and you're not in the US, I'll make it work for you. I'll make it happen. I can do it like D&D Beyond or whatever you want. We'll make it happen. We'll get you set up. Okay. So thank you guys, and let's do the giveaway. Pull the trigger. I think, isn't it? Oh, okay. DC Artificer's here. Okay, cool. Goats. Who is the winner? Joshua Oluyole. Oluyole. That is the coolest freaking name. Oluyole. Joshua. I want to say it right. Oluyole. That's the coolest last name. Joshua Oluyole. Oluyole. Joshua Oyulole. Let's go. What did I just do? Wait, what? Congrats, dude. So Joshua Oyuole, you're gonna message DC Artificer. Message DC Artificer, and then message DC Artificer on Discord. If you don't know how to get on Discord, go to the description of this video or any video on the channel. It says Discord. Click the link there. You'll be on Discord, and then at DC Artificer, and you'll have a message come up, and then you will get in contact with him. Message him. DC Artificer, and then he'll get your email, all that kind of stuff, and we'll get you hooked up with some PDFs there, dude. And just go shopping, thedungeoncoach.com. Can't miss it, right? And then just go poking around there, seeing what you want, dude. Oh, you lowly. You want PDFs, dude? You get like freaking, usually it's like 3 PDFs. You just go pick any 3 PDFs you want, right? So yeah, wait, no. Yeah. So free digital content, bruh. Free digital content, dude. So unless you're a patron, I don't know if you're a patron. I feel like I would have remembered the name Oyulole. I'm sorry, I can't have those. What do you mean you can't have those? I'm sorry, I can't have those. It's a digital PDF. What do you mean? You can't download things? I'm confused. Joshua Oyulole. Oh, I don't actually play D&D. I just watch it. Interesting. And watch your streams. Joshua Oyulole, that's so cool. I appreciate that. What do you want to do? What do you want to do with the thing then? Do you want to give away your giveaway? I want to freaking take care. I want to do Joshua Oyulole. Okay, how about this? We're gonna do something. We're gonna do Joshua Oyulole. We're going to do something. I might do like an Amazon gift card or something. I'll just give you like an Amazon gift card that would be the approximate value of like a D&D book. And then maybe you can do a D&D book or No. See, oh, I can give the giveaway. Joshua Oyuoli, you're sweet for that. DC stickers, yeah, we can send you some DC stickers too. Joshua Oyuloli, you're such a good dude, and we got to get you into D&D, and I appreciate you watching my stuff for not even playing D&D. That's freaking, how cool is that? What's your little icon here? What is this icon? I can't even see this icon. It's pretty cool. Okay, cool. Joshua Oyuoli. Yeah, we'll get him hooked up with some merch or something for sure. We're gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook you up, Joshy boy. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Make sure hit up DC Artificer Joshua Oyuoli, and then how am I gonna end this stream? I think I'm gonna do it in honor of Joshua Oyuoli. So until next time. Until next time, keep thinking outside the Oyuoli. Think outside the